Hello everybody, and welcome to In the Pod with the Cast. I'm your host Jason Kodie, also known as Dr. Chops, and we are here at the Edmonton International Street Performers Festival celebrating 40 years. Our guest today is none other than this person, it's Amanda Panda!
Woo! Yay! Hi Chops, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome to the pod.
I'm so excited to be in the hot pod. The hot pod.
It is a hot pod, and we were going to lose a little bit of weight in this interview.
Sweat box.
You are here at the Street Performers Festival. How many times have you been here?
I believe my first year was 2017,
Okay.
and then 17, 18, 19.
Blur.
Blur. 22
Yeah.
and 20.
I believe you. You lost me at the
Plus.
blur.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay.
Blur plus
Yeah.
5.
So 7-ish,
Yeah.
7+ years. That's fantastic. And the reason I say it is fantastic because when you first joined us, you were a rover. You were just doing
Yeah.
animation of the streets, and your primary gig at that time was none other than you were hooping,
Right.
right?
Yes.
That's how you came
Yes.
into this world as a
Yes.
hooper.
Yes.
We met in
Born as a hooper.
Born as a hooper. You're from Grand Prairie.
I'm originally from Dawson Creek.
Okay, over the border.
Yes.
Ah, out there in the 604.
250?
Oh my goodness. Well, okay, I just revealed my age because at one point in my, anyway, it used to be all 604, then 250 came in and messed things up. So when you were born, you're a 250, 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a 250. Dawson Creek,
Yes.
40 kilometers west of Alberta,
Yes, correct.
right there.
Correct.
So GP was that was the big
That
city.
was where, yeah, went from Dawson Creek. As soon as I graduated, I was like, okay, bye. And then I went to the next biggest city, Grand Prairie, which is where my hoop journey began.
In GP.
In GP.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were just out of school, fresh out of high school?
High school, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you go to college in Grand Prairie?
Yeah, I did. I
Okay.
took business marketing for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look where that got you.
Yeah, I know. Look at me now.
All skills help.
It's true.
We'll get there. Okay, so was it just on a lark that you took a hula hoop workshop, or?
No, I went to a music festival and
Ah.
I saw other people hula hooping. And
Right.
I was like, what is this? So I bought a hoop at that music festival, took it home, started to learn online because there was no classes because it's Grand Prairie. And
Right.
there was no hula hooping, no hula hoopers.
Mm.
And then the person I was learning from online, I found out they were doing it full time as a job. So I was like,
Oh.
that's a job. Like, I want that job. That's my job.
Okay, two things I want to touch on there. Which music festival was it?
Shambhala Music Festival
Okay,
in
okay.
BC, of course.
Okay, so we can connect some dots from there. And at the time when you saw that somebody was making a living as a hoop artist, you saw them. Did you have a job? Did you have a
Yeah,
gig?
I was, my gig was admin assistant for the city of Grand Prairie in the Development Services Department.
Wow.
So if you were building a house or finishing a basement or building a deck,
Permits.
you had to come through me.
You had to get through Amanda Panda.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I loved Grand Prairie. I really do. It's one of Alberta's only official bilingual cities.
Really?
Yes, as such. Are you francophone? Are you bilingual? I didn't think so. I'm sorry, I threw you for a loop there. But it has designation. You'll notice in Grand Prairie, all the street signs in the corridor are bilingual.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Go GP.
I'm happy to bring that to your attention. Yeah. Fantastic. So we met in Grand Prairie because at that point you weren't getting invited to festivals. You were part of the local yokel crew of hoopers. Do you remember that? We were in the hotel and you brought the massage therapist in, and right?
Yeah.
And you met all us weirdos.
Totally. Yeah,
Right?
I actually started as a volunteer at the GP StreetFest because I met Wayne.
Meeting Wayne.
Wayne, yeah, does all the things. So yeah, I was a volunteer for a year at least, maybe 2 in the workshop zone. So I would teach hula hooping, and then I think maybe a year or 2 after volunteering, Shelley hired me as a rover.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that's when we came in
Yeah.
because this festival often goes to Grand Prairie and will again this year. Will you
Yeah.
be there at this year's edition?
I will not be there this
I will
year.
not either.
Oh man.
That's all right.
It'll be great.
You can't do them all.
No.
You can really annoy a lot of them, but you can't do them all.
No.
Yeah.
Gotta pick and choose.
Okay, so from there you built a relationship with the Edmonton International Street Performance Festival. Shelley loved you, brought you here. And then what we're seeing of Amanda Panda in the past 5 years is this radical ascent, right? And I say that because you have become the poster person for numerous festivals and billboards.
Yeah.
Do you have a count?
No, I don't have a count, but I think it helps being tall and taking up a lot of space, wearing bright colors, having a big head and big eyes.
All your teeth?
Oh yes, all your teeth,
right.
Preferably
And
white.
no face tats.
And no face or neck tats.
I'm not to diss people with face tats.
No.
Right?
No.
But in this case, it would not
I think
work.
an ear tat would be okay.
Ear tat?
Ear tat, yeah.
I've never considered an ear tat. Were you to get an ear tat, what would it be of?
Ooh, a star.
Okay.
I'll get a star
Aw.
in my ear.
That scans.
That's correct, yeah.
Oh, great, fantastic. So you are here as not that you once were in the beginning. You are here in another capacity in that you are doing a show right across from the pod.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so this is my first year doing shows in Kids World, which I'm really loving because it's in the shade.
Yes.
That's very nice.
Yes.
And it's a little less pressure than like the circle shows.
Sure.
So I still get to do my show and tweak some things and have fun that way. But it's a little less pressure. Get to like hang out with some littles, be a little bit more silly. So yeah, that's fun. And then I'm also doing roving, which I love. So it's a nice balance between the two.
Okay, great. Well, you still got to dip into the old hat to keep the chops fresh.
That's right.
As
yeah.
it were, as
yeah.
it were. Great. Speaking of keeping the chops fresh, I want to ask you about your stool.
Ooh.
This stool, is it? I placed it there. I handled your stool prior to this interview. No, we just for our viewers, we had to do a little stool shuffle because we're both tall people. This is the tallest in the pod with the cast episode, if you will. I had to adjust my stool, if you will, just so
another 2 inches.
It's just another
really
2
makes
inches.
a difference.
It really does. Yeah, it's precarious, my stool.
My stools look a little worn, but overall, it's sturdy.
It's stooled around for a while.
Yeah.
Funny story about this stool that I'm sitting on. This is a stool from my childhood, and when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I fell off this stool. And if you can see, I have on my lip there, a little white mark.
Yeah.
Apparently, a part of my lip was hanging out, and my dad just came by with a pair of scissors.
And it was like, you ain't going to the doctor.
You don't need a doctor.
Snip. No, not in
Yeah,
those
stop
days.
that bleeding. So I'm on the dangerous stool.
Okay, do you know what? I fell off a chair as a child
Yes.
and broke my arm.
Oh,
So,
okay.
twinsies.
The perils of being tall people,
Oh yeah.
right?
that's
It's
what
the
happens.
ground is much further.
Big tree fall hard.
I know. Short people have it so good.
Yeah.
They really do.
They don't get hurt.
The earth is closer,
They just
right? Lots
Yeah.
of clothes fit. Speaking of clothes, your wardrobe, as you touched upon with you're getting all the posters, not posters, but you have
Most.
become a poster person. I know, it's beautiful. So there's Amanda, she's up in the air. In St. Albert.
St.
Yes, of
Albert,
course,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Your flashy clothes
Yes.
and all that stuff.
Yes.
And I remember we were doing a gig at a seniors center
Yes.
just down the road, the Glenrose,
Uh-huh.
and it was just wonderful. And it was a cold winter day, and we were all in our circus black and whites, boring. And you came on, boom, pop, bang, and it was just popping back. I just love it. I love it stuff. And at the time, you were telling me you had a seamstress of sorts.
Yeah, I have a couple people now, but my main one, Lunarwear, lives in Lac La Biche, and she's a wizard. And I just tell her what I want, and she just makes it happen, and then sends it to me.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Does she have a website, a social following?
Yeah,
Does
she
want
has
one?
an Etsy. She has an
Okay.
Etsy account
Give
where
her
you
a
can
plug.
order. Yeah, Lunarwear, lunar like the moon.
Wow.
Wear clothes.
Fabulous stuff.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
Instagram, Facebook. She mainly actually makes the silk fans, me doing rainbow magic. If anyone's seen me, I give you some rainbow magic by fluttering some silk fans over your
keep
head.
doing that. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, now Jason's getting fanned.
Yeah,
Okay, you're
please,
welcome.
it's about time.
So yeah, the silk fans, she specializes in those. So
Okay,
if anyone
okay.
wants to spread some magic.
Oh, very good. We have a little biscuit, if you look for a little snack.
Sí.
Yeah, blood sugar's doing okay.
Español.
Que bueno. They're chunky Chips Ahoy.
And they're melty.
And they're just slightly melty. Natasha, our lovely assistant, is here. Hi, Natasha. Would you care for a cookie?
I would love a cookie.
Oh,
Thank
fantastic.
you so much. Let's cheers.
Nobody
Oh my
said
gosh.
no to the cookies today
Cheers
yet.
to cookies.
Cheers to cookies.
Cheers.
Yay.
Cheers.
Whether we're doing this? Excellent. Excellent.
Gracias.
So, no. I want you to tell me two things. One a lie and one the truth. You can think about it while you have your cookie. Your towel's there. I'm having a good time.
I am the youngest child, and I spent a year living in Australia.
Oh, you just checked back to view. It was a year and a. Okay, you're the youngest child. That's a lie.
What's a lie?
That you're the youngest child. Oh!
Incorrect.
Oh, so you thought you lied about the time. You caught me.
I thought I said 2 truths. And I was like,
Should we do this again? You want another cookie? Is that the deal? You only got one cookie.
no, I am the youngest, and I went to Australia for 1 month for the Adelaide Fringe in 2020, right when poop hit the fan.
You lied about how long you were in Australia.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. That's a long way to go for a month.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, it was a 3-month trip.
oh, I see. The
Went
gig
to-
was a month. And
Yeah.
you hung up. There it is. There it is. Yes.
Oh,
Small town girl from Dawson City.
Dawson Creek.
Dawson Creek,
baby.
sorry. Oh,
Not
man.
Dawson's either. Not
Oh, I've
Dawson's
disrespected
Creek.
Saskatchewan. I've disrespected BC, and now I've disrespected the Yukon.
Yukon. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh.
so sorry. So
Well, I've been to all places. I've been to all the places that I guess.
Okay, good.
that's
Dawson Creek?
that's
do you mean? Or no?
Yes, I know.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course. It's mile zero.
Yeah, we're gonna start there.
Right. Is it Dawson Creek High? What was the name of your high school?
South Peace Secondary?
You had to think about that.
Yeah, I really did.
It was the Shambhala that made you
Yeah, there was
take pros. Have you been back to Shambhala?
not in 10 years.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, I went a bunch in
Sure.
my 20s.
Ah, the 20s.
In the good old
the 20s.
days.
Okay, let's get back to you. You're an author.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
You authored something.
I authored something after working the St. Albert Children's Festival. So I worked the St. Albert Kids Fest in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Sheldon had a book based off his character Morton the Magician, and I was like, I want a book based off Mandy the Clown because she's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then I literally went to sleep that night, and I woke up in the morning with the first line of the book in my head. This story begins like so many do, a girl with a dream and a hula hoop or two. And then I had to drive back to Grand Prairie, and I wrote the entire book on my drive home.
In your mind.
When driving, no, I pulled over.
Oh,
I
I see.
literally pulled over. I'd like think of lines and then pull over.
Oh,
like,
good for you.
Put it in my notes and then like drive 20 minutes and be like, oh, that's the next line, and then put it in my book. And then, so yeah, I wrote the whole book.
Putting it in your book or your phone.
In the note, yeah, in the
notes.
note app.
Okay. You
Yeah.
could have just spoken the lines, I suppose, while you were driving, but
I don't.
they needed
I
to
don't-
fester. And by doing that, I
I'm
have
not
to
a
remember
voice
them.
girl.
No.
I am slow. with
Your process
learning.
worked. That's
Yeah.
So you have one book out
I
there.
have a book.
You gonna do another one?
Apparently, but I don't know when.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently.
Right. Now this is self-published.
Yeah, self-published.
Awesome.
Yeah. And fun fact,
No.
the famous Simon Glassman did my illustrations. So caricature artist
Wow,
Simon Glassman.
our own Simon
and I
Glassman.
teamed up
Our character.
to write a book. Yeah, that's the
I
guy.
think I try to say it's too hot.
Yeah, caricature.
Yes. Our drawer.
Our drawer.
No, he's fabulous.
Yeah, he really
Simon is just ridiculously talented
Yeah.
and hilarious. To
It's
boot.
true.
That's another skill that he's. We
Very-
don't get to see enough here, but we may get to see more of your skill. Okay, hang on. Let's back up. Author,
Correct.
Hooper,
Correct.
circus,
Yes.
camps. You do the circus hula camps, right?
Teaching?
Teaching, yes.
Oh yeah, sometimes.
Well, you've done that too much of that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
There you go. I walked into a junior
Less-
high school this past spring, and I used to be a teacher, and I've done a lot of school performances. And the smell of a junior high,
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's not good.
sandwiches and anxiety. I get it. It's just that weird smell.
And BO. And BO.
Well, yeah,
let's be
just
real.
early blossoming BO.
Yes,
It doesn't
yeah.
know what it is yet.
Yeah.
Hurrah.
Oh, the doors are always open. The air flow is always moving in the middle school.
I read somewhere that you're an influencer.
Oh, dang.
I don't know. Somebody referred to you as an influencer.
It's probably ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. The robots.
Write me a bio, please.
Yes.
About being an influencer. You're an influencer.
Okay, well, good. I'm really glad to hear that you don't identify as an influencer, because that's a tough gig. You know?
I was like, I feel like I definitely influence the children in a positive way.
You influence young kids, and I heard them today. The girls that were just yelling and screaming for you. You're influencing young women, young girls, and that's just fantastic. It's beyond words what that impact they have. Because the parents come here and they come downtown, they don't know what they're getting, and they get you for that show, and they're just like, wow, and you're empowering. So you are an influencer, even though you're not identifying as one. You know what I mean? That's
right.
Great. Yeah,
Yes.
Those people are obnoxious.
Yes, I'm the cool kind.
You are good.
I'm the
Okay.
cool role model.
Where I was going with that was Late Night Madness is coming up at the end of the week.
Yes.
Friday and Saturday night. Over there now, by the mashing of your palms, I can see we're in for something.
I have an idea of
Excellent.
something I want to do.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say it.
No,
because
no,
it's
no.
a surprise.
Yes, no. Don't say what it is.
Okay.
But the fact that you're cooking something up for this year's edition of Late Night Madness,
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday night at the Rice Theater, at the Citadel over there, 18 plus. This show's been 13 plus. We've done a great job of not cussing, by the way.
We did. We talked about
Right?
stools, and that's about it.
Oh, we could expand on the stools.
No, circle back.
Okay.
Circle back to the late
Okay,
night
boy, we're over our
madness.
time. Late Night Madness, look forward to it. Amanda Panda has been my guest. We've had a great time. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for
and we'll see you next
watching.
time. Bye.
Bye.